New information about a Chinese attack helicopter known as a tank and ship killer for land and sea attacks has finally been revealed. It is an enhanced People's Liberation Army attack helicopter, reportedly to be a combination of the Apache assault helicopter of the U.S. Army and several other stealthy attack and reconnaissance aircraft. And according to the Global Times, it can even carry a 16-missile anti-tank battery, multiple rocket launchers with 7 barrels each, and has a 23mm machine gun on board for further protection. This combination of different fighters is none other than China's Z-10. We'll go over Z-10's insane features, upgrades, and why it's more terrifying than the AH-64E. So be sure to stay until the end of the video. In an interview with the Global Times, the pilot of the Z-10 helicopter outlines the multiple uses of the aircraft. They are reportedly planning to use rockets and a gun to attack troops, according to reports on official Chinese media. The Z-10's 8 air-to-ground missiles and 2 multiple rocket launchers can seriously damage an opponent tank's armor. A single mission with the helicopter is said to be able to kill up to 6 enemy tanks with an 85% success rate. When fully loaded, the Z-10 can travel 1,120 kilometers, weighing 5,100 kilograms. 4 external hardpoints allow it to carry missiles and rockets for both ground and air missions. TY-90 air-to-air missiles can also be fired from the Z-10. According to the Global Times, a basic group of 4 Z-10s can carry 32 anti-tank missiles, 8 57mm caliber multiple rocket launchers, and 4 guns, which is enough to wipe out 3 tank companies. In order to increase the lethality of helicopters, the F-35 uses a visor on the pilot's helmet that can detect or reflect eye movements directed at 0 degrees. The weapons will be aimed according to the pilot's eyes, which will be visible via his helmet, and he will feel every bullet strike. Although it is unknown whether the Z-10 helmet is similar to the one used by the F-35, the potential to target precisely synchronized eye movement looks to offer a new threat. The helicopter is similar in appearance to Bell's stealthy Invictus chopper. According to the Global Times, the Z-10 has various features that make it harder to target, such as upward-facing exhaust vents that decrease the helicopter's infrared signal. For the first time, Z-10 attack helicopters were reportedly used in a live-fire training exercise. For Border Patrol operations, only cargo helicopters were used in the past. As a result, China's military analysts believe deploying attack helicopters on patrol missions will enhance the country's ability to protect its national sovereignty and territorial integrity by providing air support for PLA ground soldiers. China and India are locked in a border standoff that will reach its 3rd year in May 2022, despite many high-level meetings between top officials. According to experts, China's deployment of Z-10 attack helicopters in the high-altitude Karakoram Mountains just a few days before important border talks could be a well-timed show of power. Retired Indian Army Lieutenant Colonel J.S. Sodhi told the Eurasian Times, "This step, the deployment of Z-10s in the border region, suggests an aggressive and confrontational posture before the Corps commanders' meeting between India and China on July 17, 2022. The Z-10 attack helicopter, developed by Changi Aircraft Industries Group, or CHAIG, and China Helicopter Research and Development Institute, CHRDI, can conduct anti-armor and combat interdiction operations and has limited air-to-air combat capability. The helicopter can transport HJ-9/9A and HJ-10 anti-tank guided missiles. The Z-10 also possesses 4 unguided multi-barrel rocket pods under the subwings, which can launch various rockets ranging in diameter from 20mm to 130mm. However, due to the locally produced WZ-9 engine, which experts believe is too weak for the 5.5-ton helicopter, the Z-10 still proved to be appropriate for high-altitude operations. This is why Chinese specialists applaud their recent participation in border patrols in the Karakoram Mountains as proof that the engine is capable of high-altitude missions. According to a military aviation expert in Beijing, the Z-10 attack helicopter's repeated use in high-altitude border patrols shows that its engine is powerful enough to handle the thin air. Both of the helicopter's WZ-9 engines, each producing 1,350 shaft horsepower, are responsible for the 6,000-meter service ceiling the aircraft can reach. China's Z-10 and the U.S. Apache. Developed by the Chinese military in 2003, the Z-10 was an apparent reaction to the U.S. Apache helicopter, which had been in service for many years and was proven highly effective. After all, there are certain parallels between the Z-10 and the Apache helicopter that may not be coincidental. As part of a recent Chinese amphibious assault rehearsal, the Z-10 made an appearance, landing on the deck of an amphibious assault ship of the Chinese Type 071. Images of the Z-10 appear to raise the question of whether the helicopter is a combination of two American designs. It pretty much resembles both the Apache and the new stealthy-looking Invictus future vertical lift attack helicopter. An updated Z-10 assault helicopter with upward-facing exhaust holes is reportedly being used in the drills. The chopper's infrared signals will be reduced and will be more difficult to target, according to a newspaper report. The Z-10's exhaust and side structures look to be conformal and rounded in an attempt to boost stealth. According to the documentation, the exhaust does appear to be horizontal, if not upward-facing, because it was not intended to be a stealthy helicopter. Unlike Invictus, the top of its fuselage is rectangular and much more inclined than that of this aircraft, and Bell's Invictus has a smoother top that might easily be perceived as an effort to decrease its radar signature. A comparison to Bell's Invictus could be made in terms of the Z-10's rounded and dome-like fuselage. Besides that, the Z-10 and the Invictus have a more rounded back end. In addition, the Z-10's back end has a rounded center that resembles a stealth fighter since it blends the sides and body together. However, despite the superficial similarities between the Z-10 and the Invictus, they're not comparable in any other manner. A new paradigm in attack reconnaissance helicopter operations will be introduced by Bell's Invictus, which is scheduled to enter service in 2030. In some ways, the Z-10 seems like a bridge toward the days of stealth helicopters, at least to the unaided eye. If one were to guess, the Z-10 may perform more like an enhanced Apache. Superior to foreign competitors. Official reports show that PLA Hong Kong Garrison Z-10 attack helicopters participated in a recent patrol exercise for the first time, indicating that the garrison has ordered this type of helicopter to provide escort and air support to other helicopters, vessels, and ground troops in joint operations, experts said on Thursday. Joint maritime and air patrols for the second season of the year were recently carried out by the PLA Hong Kong Garrison, which included training courses in patrol and search and rescue, according to the PLA Daily on Thursday. Joint operational capabilities and expanded troop capabilities were assessed in the report. At least 3 Z-10 assault helicopters were flying in the PLA Daily article footage. The Z-10s are painted in jungle camouflage hues instead of a pure deep green color, which indicates that they are likely of the Z-10K model linked with the Air Force, witnesses say. According to Chinese military aviation specialist Fu Quanshao, who spoke to the Global Times on Thursday, the Z-10K attack helicopters may now provide escorts for the PLA Hong Kong Garrison's transport and utility helicopters. The assault helicopters, according to Fu, are also capable of carrying out maritime strikes, working in close contact with warships, and providing close air support for ground forces. According to Fu, the PLA Hong Kong Garrison's joint operations capabilities will be enhanced as a result. As we can see, the Z-10 has all the deadly features to beat the U.S. Apache helicopters, but one can never be sure. The U.S. Air Force might be working on a new surprise. What do you guys have to say about the Z-10 adapting different attack helicopters' appearances and features? Will the U.S. Air Force be able to match this deadly helicopter? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for regular military updates. And don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.